Hi guys, Zahir Anwari here, co-founder of Sublime Trading, here with the daily update for the UK and US indices for Tuesday the 2nd of June. Okay guys, hope you're well, hope you've had a great start to the week. So starting with the FTSE 100, we saw bullishness yesterday, we've seen that bullishness continue through today. Still waiting for a breakout of a break and close rather above the high of last month to really suggest a continuation, but positive signs so far this week suggesting that we could be seeing strength to the upside, and if we do get that breakout, then we want to see price move towards that 200 moving average. Moving across to the US indices, further bullishness yesterday, starting with the S&P 500. It held above the 200 simple moving average. We still want to see a breakout now to confirm a continuation to the upside. Nasdaq very much leading the way. We had another breakout, so just short of the current all-time high. Dow Jones lagging behind, really want to see a breakout in the Dow Jones, and we particularly want to see price break and close above the 200 simple moving average. That will bring all the indices into alignment. Now looking at the S&P 500 mini, we can see that pre-market action, we're actually seeing a breakout. We're seeing bullishness and we're seeing a breakout to the upside, so positive early signs of a continuation of the bullish trend. However, as always mentioned, it's the end of day candlestick that really gives us the most information. So if this bullish momentum continues through the rest of today, then we could be seeing further strength through the rest of this week. So really is a waiting game to see how today pans out, but potentially seeing further bullishness on the cards. So interesting times ahead. Let's get into the charts. So guys, if you're new to these daily updates, then I recommend starting with the recording that's pinned to the top of our Facebook page so that you get a good understanding of what I go through in these charts. Okay guys, so as always, this is our 3-screen setup. We have the monthly in the top left, weekly in the top right, and our daily chart down here across the bottom. Starting with the FTSE 100 on the monthly time frame, we can see April, May, and now June. Bullish looking months. What we're looking for is a continuation towards this area of resistance. Particularly, we want to see price move above the low of last year. On the weekly time frame, price is still below the 200 and the 50 simple moving averages, but we can see this bullish action to the upside, and so far this week we're seeing a bullish week. Come down to the daily time frame, price is still below the 200 moving average, but finding support at the 20, and if broken, the 50 simple moving average. Bullish day yesterday, we've seen that momentum continue through today. What we're looking for is a break and a close above this area of resistance to suggest a continuation towards the 200 simple moving average. Moving across to the Dow Jones, starting with the monthly, April, May, bullish. So far, a little bit of bullishness coming in June. We want to see price move towards the high of last year. On the weekly time frame, price is above the 200 moving average, but below the 50 simple moving average. We want to see this continuation of price action through the 50 simple moving average towards the current all-time high. Come down to the daily time frame, prices below the 200 moving average but above the 20 and the 50 simple moving averages. What we want to see is a breakout above the high of May to suggest strength towards the 200 moving average, but ultimately we want to see the 200 moving average cleared and then strength towards the current all-time high. Moving across to the S&P 500, starting with the monthly. April, May, bullish. Again, a little bit of bullishness in June. We want to see price move towards the high of last year, ideally break that and move towards the current all-time high. Moving across to the weekly, price above the 200 and the 50 simple moving averages. This is a positive sign for a continuation towards the current all-time high. We want to see this whole area stay as support. Come down to the daily time frame, we can see that price now is trading above the 200 moving average. It's above the 20 and the 50, of course, acting as support, and that 3,000 round number. So what we want to see now is a break and a close above the high of May to suggest a continuation towards the current all-time high. We really want to see the S&P 500 gather momentum, as this is our primary driver. Moving across to the Nasdaq, starting with the monthly, April and May both trading above the high of last year, and of course now June, we want to see that bullish momentum continue and ideally break and close above the current all-time high. On the weekly, price above both the 200 and the 50 simple moving averages. A little bit of bullishness coming in this week, and we can see that on the daily time frame as well. Price above the 20, the 50 and the 200 simple moving averages. Bullish day yesterday, we saw price breaking close above the high of May. What we want to see now is price move towards this all-time high, breaking close above it to suggest a continuation of the bullish trend, and for price to then be in new highs. And we then want, of course, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones to follow. Moving across to the S&P 500 mini, we can see that bullish momentum continuing so far in June. On the weekly, price above the 200 and the 50 simple moving averages, a bullish looking week following on from last week's bullishness, which closed above the 50 and the 50 simple moving average and the 3,000 round number. If we come down to the daily time frame, we can see this bullish price action remaining above the 200 moving average, and we can see so far today that bullishness continuing. What we want to see is a break and a close above the high of May to really suggest a continuation, and we want to see a good looking bullish bar, something similar to this sort of bullish bar here where there's real good size to it. We want to see that on the S&P 500, certainly if not on today's bar, then certainly on a bar during the week, but ultimately we want to see a good looking bullish bar and then a continuation towards the current all-time high. So as always, it's the end of day candlestick that gives us the most information, so a little bit of patience needed for today to see how price action plays out, but certainly the stock market is looking bullish. We've already got positions in play and we'll be looking to add further positions to the portfolio. Okay guys, that's me for today. Please like, comment and share. Let's get people understanding how to use these indices correctly to build a solid investment portfolio, and I will see you on tomorrow's recording.